Welcome to the paradise of Costa Rica, where I will be demonstrating for you the wrist shifts exercise from Dr. Morton's Torturous exercises for the double bass. Now, these exercises are not etudes in the traditional sense. They're not in a key, they make no attempt at creating little melodies. Instead, they're more like calisthenics that are laser focused in on developing a particular physical, technical skill. Each one of these 30 exercises states very clearly what its purpose is. For example, the purpose of the wrist shifts exercise is to acquire smooth, quick, efficient, secure, and accurate shifts in the upper register. So, the point of this exercise is to lead the shift with a wrist motion. The wrist is the leading edge of the shift, and the fingertip stopping the string is the trailing edge of the shift. It's the last thing to move. So, what we're going to do is if I'm doing an ascending shift, I'll prepare the shift by having the wrist come up towards my head a little bit, and it pops the finger into the new position. Prepare. Now, descending shifts, we prepare the shift by having the wrist go towards the floor, and then it pops the finger into the new position. So what we will do is I'm going to play a chromatic scale, playing each note twice, slurring into the new position, the new note, all the while leading the shift with the wrist. So and we should practice this on all the strings using all the fingers. Second finger on the D string, for example. And so on. And so say the third finger on the A string. And so on. Going all the way up the entire octave. Now we can also do this with a major scale. I'm going to play a G major scale entirely with the second finger. And I don't know, a D major with the third finger on the D string, and so on. And yes, maybe even the fourth finger on the A string. And so on. We could also play a harmonic minor scale. For example, I'm going to play G harmonic minor entirely with the third finger on the G string. Now, of course, we can practice these scales with a more, quote-unquote, normal fingering. For example, we could play a chromatic scale using 1 and 2. Now a shift. Or we could play the same scale using 2 and 3. And so on. Or chromatic scale using 1, 2, and 3. And so on. We could play the major scale with a more normal fingering. Shift on 1 here on B. Or you could play the major scale with shifting on the other note. For example, I'm going to shift on the second degree of the scale with the first finger. I can play A major on the A string. We could do the same with the minor scales. And so on. Or shift on the second degree of the scale. And so on. As you can see, there's many different possible scales and fingerings that we can use, but the main purpose of this scale is to prepare the shift with the wrist, lead the shift with the wrist in both directions. All 30 of the Dr. Morton's Torturous exercises are available for download in English and Spanish. Click on the link in the description below to download your copy today. Many of these exercises are extremely demanding. Take it easy. Play them in short time intervals, 5 to 10 minutes max. As with any and all playing, if at any time you experience pain in the hand or arm, stop playing immediately, rest a while, and gently stretch out before resuming practice. Click on the link in the description below to check out my video on hand stretches for instrumentalists. I believe it is a good idea to start each day with these stretches and occasionally do them throughout the day.